Greenhouse gas emissions are a fact of modern life. Nearly everything we do, from driving a car to growing food, generates emissions. Despite our best efforts to reduce them, there are some emissions that cannot be avoided. We can take responsibility for these by offsetting them. Offsetting is the process by which an individual or organization compensates for their greenhouse gas emissions by buying climate credits. Once all of our emissions have been offset, we can say that we are climate neutral. The climate credits required for offsetting are generated by projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions elsewhere in the world. These projects either remove emissions from the atmosphere, for example, by absorbing them in trees, or they avoid the generation of new greenhouse gases, for example, by replacing fossil fuels with renewable energy. Projects undergo a rigorous assessment to determine how many emissions they avoid. Once they are approved, projects receive an equivalent amount of climate credits. For every ton of carbon dioxide avoided, they receive 1 credit. There are many different ways to offset, but United Nations climate credits are thoroughly vetted to ensure that emission reductions are real, measurable, and additional to what would have occurred without the project. These projects are located in developing countries who often could not afford to reduce emissions on their own. In addition to reducing emissions, the projects also contribute to sustainable development. Many projects support development priorities, such as education, or health improvements in project communities. Some also offer substantial additional environmental benefits, such as improved air and water quality or protection of biodiversity. Most importantly, the sale of climate credits generates local income and supports economic growth in poor communities. Buying climate credits to offset greenhouse gas emissions means taking responsibility for our climate footprint while also contributing to a brighter future for developing nations. To learn more about offsetting and going climate neutral, visit climateneutralnow.org.